Welcome back to Western Revealed. Next up, we're at Industry Problem Solving Week, where local businesses connect with student teams to get them to solve their challenges.
Well, IPSW is Industry Problem Solving Week. This is the fourth year we've run this event. In its original form, it was really a computer science event. It was the data analytics workshop, but it's expanded over the last few years as Western science, as a faculty, has embraced this. We're now trying to address all the themes that are important to science.
So this is my first time participating in this IPSW, so Industry Problem Solving Week. It was great because before coming into this week, I heard a lot of reviews from my other friends who has previously participated in this event, and I thought I wouldn't have a lot of skills to offer because I'm not in engineering nor computer science, but I realized that there are actually quite some skills that I can apply to solving a real life problem, so I thought that was something that I got from this week.
What we really found attractive to this is that from a student perspective, that they are encouraging the crossover of skills. So not just there's always a focus of their own study, and it's easy to get lost in that. But when you actually want to be employed, if there's not a lot of there's not a lot of practice in the transferable skills, it can be difficult to integrate into those businesses. And so for the partners, especially as a company who may be hiring some of these students at some point, we like to see some transferable skills. So it's also good exposure for us as a company to what the students are doing.
We were presented by a problem given to us by MLD Solutions. They were asking us on the behalf of the whole entire tech sector of how to attract and retain talent because they've been having problems in filling up empty positions in their sector. So they're asking us if we can identify the problems of why there's so many empty positions, and also ways to attract and retain talent.
We start the recruitment in the fall. We have a wonderful team of volunteers who work with me on the organizing committee. They really do it personally. They go out to classrooms and they speak to classrooms about what IPSW is about, what they're going to get out of it. So there really shouldn't be any surprises for the students in terms of the experience here. And you're right, for a lot of students, Reading Week is sort of synonymous with the old idea of Slack Week, and that's what they're doing. But for the students that you saw here, they're seeing this as an opportunity to get out of the classroom and mix it up with some real-world problems. So, we're looking at a small fraction of our total student population, but it's that one-on-one connection that brought them to this event.
The students had some good points. There was certainly we hadn't considered how much of or how little exposure there is from existing companies to the student population specifically, and even when people are searching online, I guess there's a lot of resources for recruitment. So you get to a recruitment site, but that doesn't necessarily give you any exposure as to what those businesses are. And I think that's really one of the major components that were revealed in their presentation.
I think a university should be relevant in the community in which it resides. So I'll be the first to admit part of this is my personal bias, that I see Western gradually overcoming the sense of being a very insular place, the ivory towers on the hill. And by directly approaching not only just local industry, but small and medium enterprises locally, we're actually vastly expanding the network of the types of companies that we deal with. Traditionally, university is going to deal with large corporations, folks, frankly, with hefty research budgets. But that's not where the students end up. The students end up generally working for those small and medium enterprises. So if we can develop those relationships, we create a path for our students to find employment in the future, we create a very efficient stream of the types of research collaborations that result in very practical applied research. And frankly, that's all good for both the research and teaching mission we have as a faculty.
So what I thought was really great about this week was that I got a chance to interact with people from different fields, because when I study in a certain program, the people that I interact with are usually in social science because I'm in social science. But this time my team consists of a first-year undergrad student in computer science, a postdoc student in studying financial modeling, and a master's student studying mechanical engineering. And so that perspective, plus we have a mentor who's a professor, and also talking to partners who are actually working in London. So it's always great to get new perspectives because we don't get a lot of exposure and chances to do that. And I think that's one of the greatest things about this week.